Excuse the racket of the dog, I'm afraid.
Hello and welcome to the very live, not last minute honest, still in here.com. Sorry, we were sat here chatting and I've been modelling since like 9 o'clock. So yes, hope you're doing very well. Welcome to a very live Saturday show for a little bit of special guest, clearly Luna. Just taking the star. Bless her heart. Is she due for a haircut soon?
She's just had one.
Oh, is she? Are you going for the shaggy look?
Well, not really. They kind of shown all her body and left her head.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what we can see here. Literally just her head.
It was a couple of weeks ago, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's just her head shaggy.
Yeah, and
I think she could have a mullet.
Tail up.
Yes.
Like a toilet brush.
Bless her. Anyway, hope you're all doing very well and ready to join us until around about midday. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of modelling done. I'm going to be working again on the old CL215. Andy, what are you working on?
About Ed-Odd Hellcat.
Ed-Odd Hellcat.
Or the website, depending on
or the website. He's doing a bit of maintenance on the website at the moment as well. And Nathan, how are you this morning? You feeling a little bit better? I know you was rather croaky on Thursday night.
I'm better. Getting there.
So if anyone, obviously for people who don't know, COVID has struck the group again. So if you were near Nathan on Sunday and you've got a sniffle, you've had a bit of a croaky voice and all the rest of it, you might want to check. So another super spreader event going well. But anyway, very nice. What are you going to work on this morning, Nate?
I think what I'm going to do is start my 43, or one of my 43 builds, which is this one. Russian.
So is that the nice one or the dodgy one?
This is the
nice one, isn't it?
This is 72 nice scale, so it's.
Oh, it's the 72. Sorry, I thought it was 48. Yeah.
Huge box, but look, a lot of just a tiny kit.
Ickle kit.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to work on. There's a lot of parts for a 72 scale aircraft, though.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
They're beautiful detail kits. They are very, very nice indeed.
Yeah.
So nice one with the weekend edition.
Start that.
Very nice. And Matt, how are you this morning?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Apart from I've got.
That's all the dog hair.
What it is? Just come on, yeah. Excuse me for coughing. No, I'm all right actually. Yeah.
Very nice.
And I don't know what I'm working on for you ask. I've got no idea yet. I've not quite decided. I've got two options, which once I've got rid of the dog in a minute because she's going out for a walk, that's why she's all giddy and excited.
Yeah. I
can get down to business and figure out what I'm going to do. So.
Definitely.
Yes, it sounds like her mother's just turned up. So she can
nice. There you go.
Good timing, that dog, isn't it?
Keep you busy. Definitely. And good morning to obviously the Flory Models live chat. You're all down in there. Look, bless you. Stacking it out already. So yes, look at that. Best special guest ever. I agree. John says that if questions are allowed, one for Matt, the diorama base foam that you use, what is it called? Where do you procure it from? We'll do this in a minute because we'll have a run through everything else. If you haven't got any questions, then feel free to post them up, guys. If you stick them in here or, usual things we say, and this goes as well for YouTube chat as well. If you don't get a reply straight away, it's nothing personal. It's just that the chats are moving so quick, we don't see them. If we're working as well and then you look up, it's gone. So just keep asking it. It's nothing. We're not being awkward or don't want to answer you. It's literally just a case of we can't see it. All right. So just keep posting it up. What we need is super chat where people pay. And then it stays up there for a while, and then we can answer the questions. But I'm not that type, so we won't do that. But anyway, good morning everyone in YouTube land as well. I've got you down in front of me with the chat down in there. So yes, we're all doing very, very well. So have I put from 2013? Have I? Oh, probably. I don't know. I can't see it on my thing. I'm on a different screen. Does it say that? Have I put the wrong date on?
What's this for, Matt?
Yeah, they're saying is there. I have no idea. I won't worry about it. I called the thunk wash yesterday.
Yes, I've seen that.
You should have seen it. Do you know what happened? My other half came running up to me and said, "You prat, you've put thunk instead of thick." And I'm like, "Have I?" So I have a look. And then at this point, everyone's now posted up saying, "Thunk wash, is this a new one?" So it's like,
it's now.
That's it. There is going to be now. We do normal or original wash, thick wash, and a new wash coming soon to you called Thunk.
My wife said you're going to message him. I said, don't worry, everyone will have told him that it's wrong. So.
Do you know what you should do though? Because the amount of times where everybody said that, so I didn't mention it because I thought everyone else did. No, because everybody else thought that as well, and it's been like 2 days and I haven't noticed. So
I didn't notice last night because somebody had posted up on it.
Fair enough. No problem. To be honest, this week's been absolute chaos with everything, as you say. I think our total bottle count will be just around about 4,000 bottles of wash we've manufactured this week. That's it. That's got to be a new record to do this. So yeah, it has been a little bit of a flying in here, flying out there, doing that, coming back as things are like doing back in and running in and out. So anyway, hopefully it will calm down a little bit next week for the release on Friday. So we'll all be sorted then. But cool. Yes. Very nice indeed. So plan of action for us this morning. Obviously, we've got a little bit of sale on the PM, so we'll take you over that in the moment. There's a bit of a sale on merch as well from my side of things over on the Flory Models site. As I say, I'm not doing any sales or anything from Flory Models purely because we've got the new wash coming out on Friday. So I don't want to do a sale and, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. So we'll just leave it as it is until the new wash comes out. And then obviously when things settle down again, we'll put some deals up and various things going on with it. So yes, very good. Are you ready to start, Andy? Shall I whisk people off?
Just give me 1 second because I've just realised I need to just put something.
That's all right. I'll take them around my one instead. So don't forget, if you do want to join up to Flory Models, if you like what we do and all the rest of it, we do this pretty much every single day. As I say, I know obviously for YouTube people, you don't see any of these, but these are the videos which literally go up 5 days a week. Plus the others is usually about 7 or 8 videos go up every single week. All right. So if you want to have a look, see what we get up to, pop over to the Flory Model site, click on vlog. This will do you down in here. You can see exactly what we get up to. And again, I do update so you can see the photos of what's going on as well as. So that was the F15 that got finished off on Monday. And anyway, pop down to the store. We've got the store just down in here. We can ship everywhere. We've got the new postage rates as well. So I'm now posh and get proper raw mail service. They pick up and do everything. So we've got a little bit better of a better pricing structure as we had before. So if you do want to, the last of the sanders, and this is really it. This is what we've got left. We've got 71 packs of the polishers. That is it. We've got 12 packs of the other ones. That is it. Sanders have been discontinued. They are no more. I'm not planning on bringing them back anytime soon. So, if you want to grab the last of the Flory Model sanders, get yourself a piece of history. You can grab those as well. They are up there. And again, you've got your old-fashioned washes, the original ones. You've got your pigment, and we have got a deal on merch. So if you fancy a mouse mat and all the stuff that goes with it, you get the full sticker set, you get the collector card set with those and all the rest of it for a bargain. I think it's up at, you go, £8. So there you go. You can get one of those is up in there, and obviously all the other stuff as well. So we've got our polo shirts, we've got the T-shirts, we've got the aprons, and we've got the new hoodies. And again, last of the mugs, we've got 4 mugs left. So if you fancy a mug, you can grab those right now. Sorted. You ready, Andy?
Yep.
Cool. So over on the PM store, so literally just pop over to pmmodelsuk.com.
Can you just refresh your page, please, Phil?
Oh, right. Okay. Have you changed this bit? Oh, okay. Yep. Very good. So go on then, Andy, talk them through and I'll go.
So we've got 50% off all model kits, asterisk.
Asterisk.
Because there's 20% off kinetic kits.
Yes.
Which I've been beavering away quickly doing now.
10%
off new arrival section, and also the damage box section and the special offer section are already marked down, so they don't show up at checkout.
Yeah.
And we've also got 15% off MIG. If you just go back up a bit, Phil.
Oh, where's MIG?
Next to modelers thing, AK metal colours.
Yeah,
there we go.
We've got 15% off all the MIG washers and pigments.
Filters.
Filters.
That's the one.
Pigments,
yeah.
Filters.
So we've got all of those. If we just take you down to kinetic as well, because we've got some nice stuff in kinetic. There it is. So again, all the ones down in here. So if you fancy a kinetic kit, i.e. the Harriers and things like that, which are great kits and all the rest of it, or the F18s, definitely, then obviously they are all down in here as well. So if you want to grab yourself a little bit of kinetic, and it's say 15% off. Very nice indeed. 20% off kinetic, and then say we've got 15% off every other kit down in here as well.
Yeah.
So you want to grab any of those, you can do as well. And again, we've got our sections, got new arrivals, got the special offers and damage boxes down in here. Damage boxes also means it might be a review for me. So if I've had it out of stock for a review, opened up the bags, usual thing, it is all there, and I've tried to seal them up best I can. So you can see those as well. So yeah, a couple of bargains in there. As you peruse, you can have a look through those as we make our way through the show. And obviously we'll be dropping in regularly to make sure, you know, everyone's going well and you're all happy. So yeah. Yes, cool.
The reason why the special offers and damage boxes don't get the 15 or 20% off is because they're marked down and they're all at various prices, and some of them are more than that anyway. So they're all at least 15%, but some of them are more than. So
yes,
marked down.
Definitely. I think we will do that. Somebody just said down there, the old school wash should be called Posh Wash. Which is what we call it in the group as well, the Posh Wash. So, yes, we'll rename it. It shall be ever be known as the original Wash or Posh Wash. So, but anyway, but if you haven't seen about the new wash, obviously there's loads of videos about it. There's videos all went up on social media yesterday, and there'll be a load more photos and social media type posts and everything going up about it, and videos this week coming up as well. So I won't bore you all to death with that one. So, yes.
Oh, why not?
So, wait, I'll put the video in during a break. Have a commercial break, like an advert down in there.
Break, comfort
break. Definitely. Right, so this morning I am working on this little lump still, about a year now in the making. So literally this morning, that's why I was grabbing my headphones and everything. I'm putting the walkways in because there's no way the decals are going to go on this because it's all raised rivets. So it'll just be absolute nightmare. So this morning I've just done the flat pack vinyl on here. We've done the engines, and obviously we're just putting in the walkways and the bits and pieces just down in here. I'm just about to spray these in. So I'm going to be carry on working with this one. Hopefully we can get the red on it today as well. So that's very nice. And what are you guys working on?
So they're doing the old cat and the thingy, and I think I've actually got to build some tracks, which is really will be very exciting to watch. But
that would be nice. Watching tracks.
I can keep an eye on chat. I know I'm putting these tracks off, to be honest. I keep putting them off and putting them off. I need to do it. So
I find doing tracks, it's one of those things I often say, and I say it in the videos as well, is that if you're really put off by tracks, just do like 25 at a time.
Oh, that's what I do, yeah.
But the thing is, I find that when you get going, it's not that bad.
No,
and many a time I've sat here and I've said to myself, right, I'll just do one set today and I'll do the others tomorrow. And actually, I'll get quite into it and I'll just motor through the lot.
I think it's that bit that Matt's doing now, though, isn't it? The clean up that's the...
Yeah.
It is for these, because these are the mini art tracks that I've decided to use on the Zvezda kit.
Yeah.
Because I cocked the Zvezda kit ones up, if I'm honest, because they were nice length and length tracks. The problem is I used enamel products and completely melted them and then lost my rag, and yeah.
Oh, it's that kit. Yeah, right, yeah. That's what you're doing.
It's that one. God, yeah, this has been going on for ages. But what I'm going to do in a bit is a bit of a demo on a product that we've just got in. You remember the pigment jockeys?
Yeah.
So these are the VMS pigment jockeys, which we're now stocking. I'm going to use this as a bit of a test mule just to show you how they work. I'll put the overhead on and we'll do a bit of a demo of how they work, because, yeah, quite like them. It's quite a good product, to be honest.
Very good. Excellent.
Yeah.
So, cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm building that for our 48 sig.
Yes. Very nice Hellcat.
Nice Hellcat.
So what was somebody asking about the diorama base? What did
No, it's moved on. No, it was basically, I think he was saying about the foam base you're using. What is it and where did you get it?
Yeah. As in the foam to give it the height, the actual.
Yeah, I think blue, so. Yeah.
The blue foam is XPS foam, and I get it off Amazon.
Oh, you're not skip diving again?
No.
Yeah, I'm amazed he buys off Amazon. He's got all loads in the unit full of it.
Do you know what? It's no good.
Is it?
No, that stuff ain't no good. What it's got like that coating on it, the anti-slip coating as I call it. Yeah. And I'm thinking, you could just peel that off and you'll get to the foam, and it don't quite work like that. And I've tried cutting it, and it's not. No, you need XPS foam because of the density of it. It is insulation foam, and you can get it in big, massive sheets, or if you know a builder or whatever, or I'm sure you can. I think John, to be honest, who's not on, has got some since he's having his bathroom done, because I said save it.
Yeah,
might be good, for bases and that. But no, it's I get it in. I think you get 4 blocks of it. And it's it's just the right size to go, because when you've got a massive bloody block of it, it's a pain in the backside. You know what I mean? So and obviously you can cut it and shape it and do whatever you want. So yeah, that's what it is.
Very nice. As I say, Amazon is your place to go with that one.
It is. It's not that expensive either, to be honest. You know, like I say, if you can get to a builder's merchant and you want some big sheets of it, you can get it. But yes, XPS foam is the one you want. You could carve it and do everything. It's one of them, you know, if you've seen them, like buildings and walls and say any sort of terrain and stuff. So yeah,
good stuff. Very, very nice. Cool. Right. Okay. Just before everything goes off here, I'm just going to paint my little strip on the top here. So if I just sort out some cameras and various things, you think I would sort all this out before we got going, but I didn't. You know, I know what that's going to say.
Oh,
diddling. It's going to say it's going to want a card in it, and I haven't got a card here. That's all right. We'll black it on the overhead. I'll be good. Look, I'll just do it this way. Paint me matte black. I'll have to get it for the red if we get that far. So anyway, let me just turn that down a little bit. So, just the walkways going in. Turn that down a bit more. It deafened everyone. It'll be fine. There we go.
Oh, I've got another question about oil paints on figures. Have I ever used them? Used to. Kind of just moved over acrylics. And what he's saying is he's used Abteolung paints, and after a week they're still wet to touch. Are you not draining them?
Yes, definitely drain them out.
But, hold on, I've actually got some here for something. You got to drain them. Don't use them straight out the tub. Hold on, let me just put my camera on. And they dry pretty instant, actually. Once you get rid of the linseed oil. Hold on. Cardboard trick.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's all the oil. These are Abteolung, apart from one of the greens, which is just a standard oil paint. And that's actually quite a good example of how much oil comes out of them. And then they'll thick them up and you'll get pure pigment, so they'll dry a hell of a lot quicker. Here you go. You see that, how gloopy that yellow is, how thick it is?
Yeah.
So you've just got pure paint look, rather than all the oily mess. That one's probably the oiliest out the lot. Is that a word? I hope that's a word, but you know what I mean. It's got the most lubricant in it. There you go.
Yeah, it does cut down the drying times by massive amounts. And
also you can buy from, I think probably other company, but we sell the Abteolung, the fast dry thinners for it. And again, are you actually thinning it or are you using it neat? Because that will make a lot of difference as well. What you've got to bear in mind is these are transparent when you paint them. So you want a base coat. If you're using oils to paint your figures, is like a acrylic base coat or even a lacquer one, if that's it. And then you build it up on the top, because you'll never get any coverage with these, because that's not what they're built for, is it? So you need a good solid foundation, and then you're using these types of tones and, you know, your lights and dark shadows and all the other bits. But yeah, drain them. Just can't say enough of oil paints. Get them drained and you'll have a lot more fun.
Yes. Okay, Simon says, hi lads, quick question. Are you able to use the 1/35 scale Border Models U-boat crew for the Italeri Schnellboot kit? The figures aren't the best, or are they in different uniforms?
Oh,
that's a good question, actually. Any naval experts here?
I would have thought they might be in different uniforms, but is it Kriegsmarine anyway? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea with that. It's a good question. We need some.
Yeah, if anyone knows, post up.
Yeah, we need some experts to tell us.
We need some help on that one, because I'm not sure on that.
No, I'm not either.
Okay, so Stephen says, hi lads, just a quickie. He's building the Special Navy U-boat, Mark, oh my God, what's that, 23? Any ideas on the type of greys that you should use? Oh my Lord. It's all U-boats and naval stuff this morning.
Marine questions, no idea.
I was going to say, that's well over my pay grade.
To be honest with you, I'm not built any. But surely, like, Does it not say on the instructions what you want? I'm just thinking you could go off that. You know, if you've got a base coat, you're going to weather it anyway, aren't you? And grey's a good colour for weathering and make it look interesting, I suppose, if you want to say that. So I don't know what like presumably like German grey or something, were they?
I assume that it's a standard sort of battleship, whatever it is, for all of it, grey. But
I don't know.
I must admit, I've never thought of it like that. I've done it, I've just sort of fudged it a bit, because normally with weathering, I don't think there'd be a proper colour for it anyway.
No.
Because surely it's just going to weather in within hours of it being in the water and everything. So
you'll have to see when you get your border models.
Yeah, what call-outs they give for it.
What they say.
Yeah, has anyone got the border models one at home already? And tell us what the kit calls out for.
Or any or a Revell one.
Yeah.
The Black Widow.
Yeah.
How many comes in the set?
Ain't got any.
Hey?
Ain't got none.
That's Black Widow good.
No, ain't got any. It's out of stock.
Who is it?
Yeah. Does it's got a number? Has that got a number next to it or not? Because none came yesterday. Not what I see.
It does on what I've got, yeah. I'm not looking at the receipt, I'm looking at the...
No, we ain't got none, mate. It didn't turn in, they ain't got none for some reason.
Is there anything else that didn't come in?
Is that down the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the... Yeah, oh, right, we better mute because we need to discuss this first.
Yeah.
Right, we're going off. We'll be back in a moment.
Okay, just mute yourselves. Don't kill the camera.
Ring Yander. Hold on.
Tell you what, for a 72 scale aircraft, there's a lot of parts in the cockpit. God.
Yeah, well, I think it's just like a mini me of the 48th, isn't it?
It totally is, but I'm just like going to take all the parts off the sprue. And there's about 15 parts.
Yeah, look at that. And again, it's a split piece instrument panel on these, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just...
That's a teeny tiny cockpit.
It is. There's a lot of bits. But,
oh, sorry, wrong one. That's the one we want for me. So anyway, I've got the walkways in. So that's all sorted now. Because again, they are decals and there was no way you're going to be able to sort of do that. So yeah, so walkways are in. So what we can do now, I've already started on the wingtips. We're going to mask it all up so we can get the red on. Be our next one. So hopefully we'll have a bit of colour coming onto this at last after it being sat here for over a year.
Nice.
So that's how we're working on that one. Right, okay, do a couple more questions. Okay, so what do we got here? Quick question. Just picked up the Border Models Lancaster nose kit. Not really a fan of the base that they supply. Let me just get rid of that. I much prefer the HK Models Cradle. Oh, does it not come with a cradle then, that kit?
I think it comes with something that looks a bit like the cenotaph that you...
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Sort of sticks out from. Big plinth thing.
I was going to say, then he's obviously saying about, can you pick one up? Or are you going to be scratch building it? I don't think you'll be able to buy it as a separate. I think it's going to be a... Yeah. You're going to have to scratch build something for that one.
Yeah.
Because what they've done is it's that forward section they had in the factory, wasn't it? It's that same type of trolley they used to have for wheeling them up to the main bit as they were putting them all together. So I think that's where they've taken sort of inspiration with that one.
So there is a question if you look on, do you know where you put the link to the video in the forum?
Yeah.
You look just underneath it. There is a weathering question.
Oh, right. Okay, let me just get through some of these and then we'll come back to this one. It's jumping a little bit. So I've just seen it. Oh, yeah, Phil, what is the capacity of an empty Flory Models bottle? I think it was. I don't know, it's jumping all over the place because the guys are talking. So, again, the empty capacity is one of those ones that technically we do 50, they're 50 ml bottles because we have to allow them for freezing and things like that. Then obviously we don't fill them right the way up. So 50 ml is actually to where the black line is on this. So we usually put in around about 52 ml. We've got a machine, which is next to me down in here, which fills these up. It's like an injection molding machine for this. So it's set for 52 ml. These bottles, overall capacity though, I think you can get 55 ml in them. if you're going to fill it right up to the top. So it's a 55ml bottle, but allowing for freezing and the expansion and all the rest of them into them. So we've set them, but I think 50ml, because we've had it before where people have said about, oh, you don't get much in them. So, but the actual amount we put in these, it's governed. It says 50ml on the bottom because that's the minimum you'll get. But the machine that we use now for filling them up actually does put 52ml into every single bottle. So that's how we're doing it now. Because I say, our new one, you can't just pour it like we used to do the old one. We used to have a system where you flick it and it just fills up each bottle. But because it's so thick, it's like ketchup. It doesn't actually come out anymore. So we've got a machine that injects it into each bottle now. So yes, that's a lot of fun. Okay, so hold on. So this question, Nath, where did you say it was? In the
forum underneath.
Right, okay.
Where it says the Saturday show.
Yeah, I got it.
Picture of an helicopter.
Going in now. Oh, that's a different one.
Isn't it?
That is. So what we've got here is, crikey, I think he needs to change his tag at the bottom. That was some years ago now. So yes, look at that, very nice. Morning guys. It's a bit stuck on how he would weather this color. It's the marine chopper from Soviet markings from the weapons testing. It's got a bit of a green hue, if that helps. Again, it's one of those ones where personally, because it's a type of grey and all the rest of it, I would lighten it. But if that's a test and evaluation squadron, they normally keep all of their equipment very, very clean. So I wouldn't be going around too much, you know, sort of heavy weathering it, because the chances are the real thing wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking of like Vandy 1 and stuff like that for the test and evaluation stuff, and the Naval Test Warfare Group. They're all absolutely immaculate, their aircraft. So I'm wondering if that would be the same. So I would say just light weathering, maybe a little bit of oils with a slightly lighter grey just to break it up a little bit, stop it looking like a brick. Just to go in there in amongst stuff. And then obviously you can go in there with darker, you know, almost blacks as well for picking out any areas which would generally, you know, sort of build up of grime and dirt, i.e. creases, corners, joins, you know, big heavy panel lines, things like that, just to get them to break up a little bit. But very interesting markings. I must admit, I haven't seen that one before.
That's new to me.
That's a new one on me, definitely.
Have you answered Adam's question?
What was Adam's?
Well, the answer's white, but it was asking where has it gone. What colour paint would work? Acrylic paint would work for salmon pink primer. Oh, what colour? Oh, sorry. Right, I think it's primer underneath. Salmon pink primer, acrylic paint. I have actually got.
Well, AK
do one as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Or you could mix your own with a bit of red and white, to be honest. You know, this salmon rose. This is Vallejo, obviously my Vallejo. Any of the skin tones, because there's some pink ones, isn't there? I don't know. It's like rose brown. I don't know.
Is it for the actual proper primer for Grumman aircrafty ones?
Isn't there a proper colour for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got it in the interior colours. And so we sell it, don't we? Aha. Yeah. There we go. There's the colour. You see that?
No, bring it around across. Hold on, let me go full.
Salmon pink primer, beige red. Which is, I presume, beige red. Hold on.
Have you got a fingerprint on your lens?
Me?
Yeah, must have, haven't you? Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you got a fingerprint on your lens, because over your tank it's really blurry, but the rest of it's clear.
Do you know what it is? That's the dog.
That's the dog's licked the camera.
That's the dog. She's either licked the camera or stuck a wet nose on it. Hold on.
I'll get a load of videos and it'll.
Yeah, you know, you were complaining about it the other day. You sure it want a smudge on the lens?
It's okay. Can't you edit it out?
Is that better?
No.
No.
It's not, is it? What's the blooming dog done to me?
You need to har on it and then give it a polish. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Har on it, breathe on it, and then, you know, then give it a polish.
Is that better?
No.
No, it's not shifting it. You have to breathe on it or lick it.
I can feel it on the lens.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, God,
that's not a good sign, unless it's really sticky stuff.
Right.
Anyway.
Mr. Colour Tool Cleaner. I'll get it off.
Right.
All right. Hold on. Just whilst you do that, do not put that on.
Don't do that now.
Yeah. David is. Oh, go on.
It's Dave thingy. AK is beige red.
Right.
Which is AK 11064.
They're doing AK real colour as well.
Yeah, AK real colour do it. But that's not. He wants an acrylic one, doesn't he? So, well, that comes with the what they do for the set, the aircraft interior set. So, there you go. Got bronze green in there. If anybody's interested.
Fair enough. Right, getting back to U-boat colours. Apparently, it's calling out for medium sea grey upper and dark sea grey lower. Mr. Colour numbers 325 and 301. Thank you to David on that one. So there we go.
Right, I'm just going to have a look at this camera now. You've done that to me. Chaz, you know what? She's bumming. It's a dog spit. That's better. God, I hope she's done that this morning. Like I say, I've done a load of. Oh, that's better. Right, try that. Let's have a look. Is that better?
Hold on. Full screen you. Yes, that's it. You've done it.
Let me have a look on OneDrive.
Let's have a look at this other camera.
Oh, God. Been licking all the cameras. Right, another question here from Oscar. He says, "Hi guys, any tips on removing cement stains?" Let me put my glasses on. This will be a lot easier. Cement stains. I thought I'd remove them from the extra thin brush, but it flowed a bit over the side of the pot and on the chair. Has now got a big stain. The detail is all gone. Well, it's obviously, I should think it's either melted itself clean through it, because it's a hot product, and that's the thing. It basically will just melt and all the rest of it. So again, if I've ever got, problems where it's got on your model and stuff, leave it, don't touch it, don't rub it, and let it just sort of dry naturally. Sometimes it will soften the detail a little bit, and then you can go back in and sharpen it up. But as for if it's gone with colours and stuff, been stripped out of it, it's just going to be a repainted job.
It's good for that.
You'll be glad to know, Matt, that your last video looks all right.
Hey.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we've done filming all week with a nose print right in the middle.
Never worked with kids and animals in it.
Yes.
Anyway, where am I? Chat.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Who's back?
Me.
Okay, so on the subject of pink, does any manufacturer do REF PRU
Yes.
pink?
Attacker.
Yeah.
Attacker lacquer.
Attacker lacquer lacquer.
Hmm.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, if you got a stain on the pilot's chair, Oscar, you're going to have to repaint it. Or you can just put it down to a dodgy flight.
I was going to say, what sort of stain is it?
Yeah, it was a nervous flyer.
12-part cockpit.
12-part cockpit on a 1/72 scale kit. You mad?
They're bonkers, aren't they?
Blimey. Didn't get that back in the day with Airfix and Matchbox. It's like a sticker seat in a floor, if you're lucky.
The whole
Yeah.
the whole kit's 12 parts somehow.
Exactly.
And it's a 190 cockpit. You don't see any of it.
No, that's a good point.
God, pinstriping this thing is an absolute nightmare. But luckily, Hella were thinking of this, and they've got a fine line that you can follow.
See, forward thinking.
They were. See, Hella, this kit is how old did we say? Oh, many years old.
79, was it? 78,
Something
was
like
it?
that.
Original? I don't know. You've been doing it that long.
Well, yeah, I bought it new.
Yeah, forgot.
All right, it's not that bad. We're getting there. Right, okay, so this goes right up to the black.
You'll be sad to see that finish because you'll have no to do on these shows.
I know. What am I going to do? Right.
Oh.
My lord. Right, we need more power here. 2.5 magnification on the headlamps with a light, I think, because I can't see the me line.
There you go. That's what David's put. Look, the Matchbox Stranraer has a seat, floor, control column, and instrument panel.
Yeah, that's what you need.
That's all you need.
This is it.
Because you don't see an out through that glass anyway.
No.
Right. Where was I with this?
So you can't brush with MRP paint, Oscar. It's not designed for that.
It's not designed for spraying either.
Please.
I just know the bottle.
Right, somebody gets wood done.
Get away.
Camera angle.
Skizzers. Right.
Not much junk on my desk.
That's all right.
Not much junk on my desk.
Better.
Right. I think my goal for today should be trying to put the pinstripe on. If we can get the pinstripe on this today, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
So, yes. Phil, thank you for all your hard work. Yeah, see, thank you, Lynn. Apparently, Vallejo Model Air do a PRU pink.
What sort of full work? Or hard work, should I say?
Hard work. Yes.
What's Lynn after?
Yes, checks in the post.
Yeah. Oh, for God's sake, I hate trucks. No wonder I build things with wheels. It's far easier. Aha.
Probably would have been easier to put the black on afterwards, really, on this. I should have thought of that, but hey, I was being stupid.
Can't believe this cockpit's ridiculous.
It's very detailed, Nathan.
It's exceptional.
It is. It's definitely ickle.
All going to disappear.
It's what?
It's very well engineered, but all this detail is just lost. Best do a test fit with the cockpit with the fuselage halves.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Picking a pokey. Any questions?
Bends up very early. Okay. Right, we do this.
Did you manage to get anything done on the Tempest yesterday, Phil, or was it all wash?
No, I did get a couple of hours in on the Tempest as well, so I must admit part one will be up with that on you on Monday, which basically gets the engine together. So, but again, to say that's detailed is another statement. Proper fiddly. Yeah, I think it'll be worth it. It's very, very nice. For people who don't know, I'm currently doing this engine set for the 48 scale one. But to give you an idea, the instructions are a bit intense, to say the least. So bearing in mind you've got pages on this, it's pretty full on with this one. So, but it is very, very nice. Going together okay so far. I haven't obviously married it up to the crucial bit of being the aircraft yet. That's the bit where it all goes to pot.
So we're going on a dolly then.
Yeah, that's it.
Does it come with an engine stand?
No. No. To be honest, it's got all the firewalls and that come with it, and it's got all of the mounting brackets and everything else, so it should just be a drop-in fit, I hope.
So you could do it as a standalone.
You could do, yeah. But yeah, no, it is very, very nice, I must admit. You forget sometimes just how nice the old Brazin stuff is.
Yeah. To be fair as well, at least that's designed.
Beautiful detail
for
that kit.
Yeah, as in it will fit, unlike, other manufacturers. It's shouldn't have any issue with it, which is nice, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Takes that stress away of trying to shoehorn it in and lose half your detail.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, isn't it? You spend all that time and you lose all that detail.
Yeah.
You know?
Blimey, if it's 124 for 190, it's only got 10 parts, has it, John?
So you can tell this kit's been designed for aftermarket because it's designed to have photo etch put on it.
Are you not going to that extreme?
No.
I'm talking to you and thinking, why is no one talking back to me?
Because you're muted.
I'm muted. I've just stabbed myself with my display tweezers.
Yeah, I've done that a few times.
Sharp, aren't they?
Yeah, they are very sharp.
Have you drawn blood?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah, easily.
Ooh.
Yeah, they are literally lethal.
Do you need a plaster?
Super glue.
I'm a man, I can manage.
Yeah.
Morning, Peter's in.
Morning.
Morning, Peter. He's late because he's been stroking his Matchbox kits.
He's still recovering from Thursday night.
Yeah.
He's been in a darkened room. Surrounded by kits saying, "It's okay, my lovelies, I won't let them take you."
my precious.
My precious, yes.
Easter soon.
Yeah.
So we can do a 4-day extravaganza.
We're having an Easter show.
Don't know what we're doing yet. I've not decided. We might be coming to the coast.
Oh, we getting a visit?
Don't know yet. Like I say, we've not decided.
Have you made a reservation?
No. I'll speak to our booking office.
Has your hotel been informed?
just now.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I want to take the dog up on the mall. Now it's not public land or whatever it was.
Oh, it's back to being that now. You're okay.
Oh, have they switched it all back?
Oh, well, it's all, I don't know. 1 week it is, the next thing it's not. It's like, make your mind up. You know, it's just crazy. But yeah, so they can't seem to make their mind up what they're doing.
All right.
Because the outroar because the landowner's being paid for it. And a lot of people say they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's one of those weird ones.
How many tours are up on Dartmoor?
Oh, Christ. Lots. Lots and lots.
Have you not done them?
Not all of them, no.
Because there's a thing in there. You know, to do all the tours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a name for it, isn't there? I can't remember what it was. I was watching somebody on YouTube who camps up there and stuff, and she were doing
Madness, stupidity.
Yeah, there's nice hotels, you know.
Well, but, you know, if people want to live out in a tent in February, well, yeah, fair play to them. I can think of better places I'd want to be, but whatever floats your boat.
Okay.
It's all right. Might get snow next week. Monday to Tuesday, they reckon, for us.
Yeah.
Oh, right. When are we going, Andy?
Same.
Let's not get any here. I've got a cherry blossom tree in full bloom.
I don't think you're getting it your side. It's our side that's going to pop.
Yeah, you're going to get it properly. Yeah.
Well,
We'll just get it over the moors, no doubt.
apparently. I'll believe it when I see it, because we always get threatened with it and it never materialises. Oh, anyway, we've not spoke about what we had for breakfast.
I had pancakes.
Did you?
Oh, what, proper pancakes?
American style ones.
What, out the packet?
Yeah, it comes out of a packet.
Made from scratch.
Oh, you made them from scratch?
Well, I didn't. I had zero input in them, to be honest.
Oh, apart from eating them.
I ate them, yeah. That bit.
To be honest, Leslie makes quite nice American style pancakes with chocolate chips in. Yeah, they're quite nice actually.
I had croissants with attitude.
I thought, yeah, you did get attitude as well, yeah.
That's the authentic French way to service, then, isn't it?
Oh.
Allegedly. I don't think calling the gas on all the time was going down very well. Yeah. Parisian waiter service.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. Doesn't feel like France if you don't get that.
If I got it this morning and want it, might be in France.
It's not your fault she got wrong date, is it? No, I'm looking forward to a day when we can do a show and we're all actually healthy.
We'll have to at some point.
Yeah, we're not sitting here coughing and spluttering and stuff. Look, Adam's got a question. Right, looking at the AK Gen 3 box set, and some have extreme metals in them. I was under the impression extreme metals were lacquers. Am I mistaken? Nope. You are correct. It's just how they do it. If they're depending on what sets, they mix and match them. I've had it before with the Soviet.
Yeah, do you know what? I've got it. I was going to say I was going to get it behind me, but I've got the Soviet set and it comes with it like that.
Yeah, Soviet cockpit set. I think the original one. I don't know about the Gen 3. That was definitely one. Peter had smoked haddock, scrambled egg and champagne. So you had Weetabix then, mate, didn't you? Or cornflakes. Oh, Martin had scrambled egg and black pudding.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, yeah. Not
Storm
bad.
of it, black pudding.
How long are the offers on the site? Until tomorrow night. For the weekend only. What time are you ending, Andy?
Midnight. Well,
Midnight.
11:59.
So get your hand in your
It
pocket.
depends on how long Andy stays up for.
I've done it automatically. So
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just me. It does it manually.
Hey,
Then
wait.
it has to sit up.
Yeah. Andy knows how the site works. Which is a good job, really.
Yes. Right. On a wing and a prayer, I think we're halfway. That's it. I'm going to spray half and half because I can't be bothered. I need the tape back for the other side.
Not going to work.
Be fine.
Work and smell
What
it.
could go possibly wrong?
Smell it. Good okay.
This kit is absolutely amazing, but the faffiness is off the chart.
You're regretting starting that, Nathan?
But I tell you what, I'll show you the scheme because this
Go on,
is why I picked it.
So let me put my camera thing on. Let's have a look.
Look at that. I don't see the glare. It's
Oh,
all brown and it's about 5 different colours.
Is that a med one? or Russian
Soviet Union, spring,
Oh, right, okay.
1943.
So what RLM colours are they?
I don't know, but it looks like it's an RLM02 base colour
Yeah.
with a dark red and dark green over it.
Okay.
It's one of these where did they use German paints or Russian paints? Nobody knows.
Or Italian colours.
Yeah.
Possibly. But what I do know is there's no stencils on it.
So that's why you're doing it.
That looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
It does
It's
actually.
just going to be like a little bit of an airbrushing challenge, I think.
Good job you're not doing it in the same second.
I don't know how I'm going to do that. Slowly.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Be fine.
Actually, cockpit. RLM 66 now.
I must admit, it's a little bit of a faff, this.
What are you doing?
Well, it's the tail system, but I thought it followed the rudder going up, but apparently it doesn't. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm pretty sure it followed the rudder going up, but it looks like it doesn't actually. It does something of its own accord. Oh, okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll just blank this bit off to that panel line there. And I think we'll put the other bit in as an afterthought afterwards.
Sounds like a cunning plan.
So cunning, you could put a weasel suit on it.
Funny enough, I was watching Blackadder last night. It must have been on Gold or something, and it was the Flash Art one.
That's the best one, that is.
Where he gets captured and
Yeah.
and the Richtofen, isn't it? The Baron. It's brilliant.
Yeah, old Aid Edmondson plays that, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's still a classic. It's still
It
worth
is.
watching over and over again. I think I'm going to Sword and Lance. I don't know about Nathan. I don't think he's allowed, are you, Nathan?
No, it's wedding anniversary, that one.
Yeah. But yes, I should be going to that. Quite looking forward to it.
Yeah. I didn't even ask, to be honest.
When's that, Matt?
Not
Are you sure
allowed.
you don't want to say to her, do you want a day out in Darlington, my dear?
Somewhere really special.
Lovely lunch.
Yeah.
When's Sword and Lance, Matt?
Is it first weekend in April, isn't it? I think.
2nd of April,
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
I think.
Oh, question. Hold on, we've got a question here.
You see the one about
Atlantis models. I don't know if we can get Atlantis models. I can check. Just hang on. Hang on. I can just check. Not something we stock, obviously, but you never know.
there's a question we need to pick up about a Matchbox Victor as well.
What, like?
What, by the Airfix one?
What? Why don't the glass fit?
No, it's like Ralph's doing it and he's been rescribing it, and he said some of the individual panel lines don't line up perfectly. Any pointers on filling seams, given that all the detail is raised? How would you fill? If you've got a bad fitting kit with raised panel lines, what do you do?
Well,
we've covered this a little bit.
Covered, yeah.
So me and Matt obviously both did a bit of a monogram kits of late, where we sort of covered this. So it's just a case of having to, you can sand them off and then put them back in with a blunt blade that gives you the sort of raised effect and all the rest of it, which is, pretty much a foolproof, easy way of doing it.
Isn't it the Voodoo that you did?
Yeah, I did the Voodoo, monogram Voodoo.
There's a whole build video on that, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a full video build on that one. So, but yes, it's one of those ones. It's tricky because you need to think a little bit ahead when you're doing it all. And as you say, if it's not lining up, then that's going to be somewhat of a problem. But again, I like to just do the thing of get it together, sand it, even if you lose all the detail, and then go back and put it all in afterwards and start almost afresh with it. Which I think's sometimes a lot better than, playing around with it, trying to make things fit and get around stuff. You might as well just say, do you know what, I'm just going to sand off, get it all seamed up, make it look all nice, and then put them all in afterwards.
Just thingy to John, who's just asked about Atlantic. What kit is it you were after? We can get some, but to be honest, our supplier don't seem to have that many in stock. So, which one is it? And I'll have a look. Pin it. Pin what?
Mute myself for a moment.
Yes, I'll see you there, David. Come and say hello if you're there, and actually tell me who you are, because I won't have a clue.
Yeah.
That helps, doesn't it, Phil?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I must admit, the amount of times people come out and say, "Hi, Phil," and I have no idea.
And you are?
Yeah, that's it. And I always feel guilty to say that.
Hey, well, don't be thinking when if I do say that. And you are who? Because I have no idea who you are.
Yeah.
Right, the Jungle Gym funny car. Jungle Gym funny car. No, unfortunately not. Doesn't look like that's in. We've got a King Chopper trike and an Edroth Mr. Gasser and a little Red Baron snap kit. No, sorry. Nope, don't quite help you with that, I'm afraid, by the looks of that. Apologies.
Right. I think we're going to try and put a little bit of red paint on this. What could go possibly wrong?
Have you got your primer down?
Well, yeah, it's called the yellow paint that I put down the first coat.
Oh dear. You sure that's going to work?
Fine, I'll spray it neat.
Oh, well, going back to that, are we?
It will go on. I'll make it.
Yeah.
It has no choice. No, I might actually blanch it a little bit with a bit of white. Just to speed it up, otherwise I'll be painting it for a week. Mind you, it's only yellow. Yellow shouldn't be so bad.
You're going to end up with orange when it bleeds.
Yeah, all right. It'll be fine. We want that day glowy orangey type look.
Are you sure?
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
All right. Right, okay. Bit down in here. I'll just do this and then I'll get back to doing some questions and thingies.
Yeah. I've been around fiddling with these tracks. Chat. What is chat then? No problem at all, John. Sorry about that. We can't help you out. What? Oh God, no, we're not going down that road, Oscar.
What's that?
We're not going down that road.
Was he asking about whites or greys or something?
No, about a paint manufacturer.
Oh. Is it one we don't talk about these days?
It's the one that can't be mentioned. It shall not be named.
Why is it always sounds really, really loud on air pressure?
Is what?
My air pressure is going mental.
Is it busted? You need a new compressor.
Yeah, can I have my old one back?
Nope. Neil's asked you a question.
Right.
And he's noticed there's been a couple of big releases not reviewed yet, i.e. the 124 Airfix Spitfire and the Tamiya F35. Is that because you feel they've been covered elsewhere and people won't be bothered if you don't do it? Or is it a oh God, can't even speak. Or is it a policy to focus on less public releases?
A lot of them, to be honest, comes down to cost as well. As I said before, we said this on, I think it's Thursday night show, is that why didn't I do the review of the Border Models one? Is that I've got no intention of ever building it. So I've got to buy it, or we've got to buy it as a company through PM, and then we have to sell it. Obviously, it's second hand then, so it goes out cheap, normally to the members and all the rest of it. But you have to think about how much kits cost these days. And, you know, as you say, if you're talking like 600 quid for a Border Models Lank, you know, I'm not going to build it. I've got no intention ever to build it. So it seems a little bit sort of silly to do it, and everybody else has done it. As for the Airfix Spitfire, to be honest with you, I would have done it, but we got them so late because of, you know, I'll say it, Airfix, you know, they've sold directly to everybody, and us as a company with PM, we got ours about how many weeks after everybody else?
I don't know.
And by that point, everybody had covered it on YouTube. So it was like, well, you know, I'm a bit late to the game here, so I really can't be bothered, you know. I've got more pressing kits to get on with, you know. So it's just a case of sometimes cost of the kit, obviously, if I've got no intention of building it, if I'm going to build it, I don't mind it so much. But, you know, we don't have an endless pot of money just to throw away just doing reviews. So some of the big expensive ones, then, you know, I deliberately sort of keep away from. But if it's one I'm going to build, then yeah, I'll do it and we'll get it in and do it. So not so much of a problem, but that's really the reason to it. It's not a, you know, everyone else is doing it, so I won't bother, so to speak, because again, I know lots of people don't trust what other people say, especially if they've been given them or begged for them or someone else like that, because they'll just give it a positive spin, where I'll tend to tell it as it is. So, but again, it's one of those ones where it's very difficult to justify when you look at your budget at the end of the year and you've spent, thousands on kits you haven't built. Is it worth doing it? So, yes, that's the real reason to it, but,
Oh, said the best himself.
Yeah.
I'm not really thinking, like the F-35 and the Spitfire.
Yeah.
I say every man and his dog has done a review, haven't they?
Yeah.
Are you really going to bring out new to the table by doing one on it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know, obviously, like I say, you're probably a bit more honest about it, but because you've not really got an agenda.
I don't have an agenda, no.
Well, you do in a way, because obviously you type PM, aren't you? But not asking if it's rubbish. Just say it's rubbish. You're not going to sugarcoat it and say, "Oh, this is brilliant," even if it's, just to get a sale. That's not how it works, is it? But
no.
If other folks have been given one, or they've got different agendas, as in let's make drama out of it, and I need clickbait and all that.
Yeah,
it's different then, isn't it? So, let's be honest, the Hammer F-35 is going to be brilliant.
Yeah, no, it's a nice kit and all the rest of it. So really, you don't have to worry about ones like that with Tamiya,
Apart from, I don't even know if it's gone actually. Ejector pin mark.
Yeah, well, yeah. As I say, depending if they've done that trick as normal, but hey.
Paul's just asked, are you going to review Italy's big Bugatti? No, Paul, because we don't sell Italy, and it's a kit. We've had the big kits in, and they don't sell.
Yeah,
it's pointless. It's a waste of money for the company. If somebody wants them, and we will put it up on pre-order, then we'll get people in. But as in a thing for us, no, we not. It's like I say, you got to pick and choose what you're investing, haven't you? Proper, you got to put
again. Like next week, I've got stuff coming on the way. So I've got, because I quite fancy going to build it. The obviously the conning tower and the border models thingy. So that's coming in for the sub. So because I've got that one coming in, and we've got obviously the what other one we've got coming in, Matt? Down to me.
You got the chopper.
The chopper, got the big chopper, because again, there's genuine interest in that one.
Yeah.
And I've got a genuine interest in it as well. So
there's something else in. Oh, the MI.
The MI-17, because I really fancy that one as well. So I think, to be honest, the AMK one is the best one that I've seen. So I've got that one coming down to have a look at. Obviously, we've got the Apaches winging our way next week, so they'll be hopefully down as well. So again, I've got a lot of interest in that.
And an Academy A10.
And an Academy A10, which again, there's been so much said about that online. That's one of those kits where I'd like to have a look for myself, because I've heard people slating it at the moment, and I don't know, because I've only seen bits of CAD. It doesn't look as detailed as perhaps other manufacturers do, but it'd be interesting to get it and just have a look at it and see what it's like. So that's the thing with that one. But I'll just hit an extractor.
The thing is, Neil, right? You're relying on reviews, but surely it's your own opinion. Because it's only like if I did one, Phil did one, Andy did one, Nathan did one, whatever, a review. We could all have different opinions on it. So what you're going to kind of learn, do you know what I mean? I think if I'm going to spend £100 on a kit, I want to make sure I see as many reviews as fair enough.
I think it's one of those things as well where, the world is lovely, don't get me wrong, and all the rest of it, but the price of kits has literally just gone through the roof over the last really sort of, 12, 48 months. And when I used to do kit reviews, I used to literally get everything in that was new. And to be honest, I'm paying trade price because we're a business and all the rest of it. So we're only losing, maybe a little bit. And then by the time we maybe resell it or I build it, obviously the money comes back. We haven't really lost anything. But now you're looking at kits which are over 100, 150 quid a time.
Yeah.
You know, if you go through it, if I was to review everything that came out new, I wouldn't be in business. You literally couldn't run a business like that. So I do not get still, and I maintain occasionally I get, I'll be honest with you, over the last 2 years, I think I've had, I got the Vulcan from Airfix, which was a freebie, purely because I've been badgering them for the last 20 years about it. And I think they felt guilty. So they sent me the Vulcan, which I did as a thing for them, which is why it's a free to watch video. Anyone can watch the video of the Vulcan build because I was supplied that by Airfix and all the rest of it. So it's not a members only video. You can go off and watch that one and all the rest of it. And then Tiger Hobbies sent me, what was that?
Yeah, he has actually. I can't remember.
I think it was a Spitfire, and also it was the Spitfire and the MRAP.
Yes.
Because the MRAP I had because it was damaged.
Yes.
It was proper mullered, so it could never be sold. So Tiger Hobby sent me down that one as a thing as well. And also it's a little bit of a thank you because obviously I promote them and all things like that. But that's literally it. Everything else you see of all the hundreds of kits we've done, and we've done thousands of reviews now, literally 1,000 reviews, either I've paid for off my own back or as a company through PM has supplied them. And everything else. So it's one of those ones where I'd love to just sit here and do reviews all day long, but also the reviews are a day's work, you know? So again, it's one of those where I can't afford just to sit here and do reviews because obviously we've got other things going on. So it's a bit of a balance. And I know sometimes people are like, oh, you never reviewed this, because I've got a bit of heat, to be honest, for not doing the border models one. But as far as I was concerned, I still have a little bit of, there's a niggle in the back of my head that it's a Wingnut Wings kit that was never completely finished. I'm aware of the Wingnut Wings one. I've seen the Wingnut Wings one and the border models one that came through, and the way it was handled, I don't think was particularly right. You know, there's a part of me that thinks that was a little bit underhand and all the rest of it from both parties. I'm not saying it was all border models' fault. I think both sides were completely out of kilter with both of it. So again, it's just one of those ones. It doesn't interest me. Never going to build it. And I just literally finished, just literally the week before it got released, the HK models 48 scale one, Lancaster. So I'm not going to go around and do another Lancaster the week after. So again, it's that thing. It is just one person chugging along through them. And I still like to be completely impartial with reviews and stuff, even though I co-own with Matt, obviously PM Models. It's one of those things where we only stock the decent stuff. So if it's a crap kit, we won't stock it. If you want it, we can get it in for you. But it's not a kit that we would actually stock. And the same goes with products as well. You know, yes, we could just have a warehouse full of everything that probably makes, and honestly, more money because it's cheap tat. But we tend to try and get the best quality stuff in, or what we think is best bang for the buck, which I think is more important than just keeping either cheap stuff that makes money or expensive stuff that doesn't sell. So we tend to try and keep the middle ground as well and do it that way. So, you know, sometimes I might review a kit and it's like we've got a warehouse full of them and it's tat. And normally it goes on sale.
Yeah.
So, you know, but again, I will still tell it how it is and very open to it. But unfortunately as well is that, again, this is get the violins out and all things like that. But when I started this, YouTube wasn't even around. There was no such thing as YouTube. And when YouTube did start, and I used to put things on there and all the bits and pieces, it was that thing where, you know, nobody was really doing it. And it was just me and a handful of guys were doing it. And I was pushing away and pushing away. Now, to be honest, Isweld and his wife's on YouTube doing it. And there's some really good people on there and there's some real idiots, you know. And, you know, it's one of those things. It's not pushed me out the way, but I've got less reason to do it there because of what we do, which is Flory models and PM models. And that's where all my time goes. And it's got, you know, say, if we're not selling it, not being funny, why should I promote it? Because I've got no interest in me doing it, you know? So it's very difficult. And I know it's a fine line because, as I say, everyone likes me for my honesty and things like that with it. But many a time, if I'm honest, I still get shot down in flames. And I think, why am I having an argument with dickheads on the internet? You know, and there's a certain group out there who know who they are. And I think they're arguing with me. Why am I even arguing? Why am I even giving them time? Because I don't get any money from them. I don't make an income from them. I'm just wasting my time, where my energy and time is worth in other areas. And that's what I do now. So whatever, innit?
Cheers.
And I love what I do, and that's the thing. And I would hate to get to that point where I turned around and thinking, I don't like this anymore. It's too stressful. And I've had enough of that this year with health things and stuff last year. So it's like one of those where Really? I think I've got to that thing. I'm 50 in a couple of weeks, and I think there's a line. You get to 50, and you're like, do you know what? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Whereas before, you're going, no, it's fine. Now you get to a certain age, you're like, I can't deal with idiots anymore. So you don't have to play Mr. Nice Guy anymore. So I just switch off. But
yeah,
it's one of those. It's very, very difficult because I try and keep everybody happy. And I am, my worst trait is I'm still a pleaser. I want to make everybody happy. But there's only so much of me to go round, and there's only so much money as well to go round in this day and age.
Very true, very true. Right, I've got a couple of questions in chat. I'll do the quick one first.
Yeah.
If I can find it. PM question. Modeller's World in the PM store. The bottle says filter on it, but the description says filler. It's a filter. There's a typo.
Oh.
What's that?
Andy, is it Mr. Sprout back again?
Hey, Mr. Sprout.
I would just like to say, because I am the dyslexic one out of the entire group, I have nothing to do with PM because I'm not allowed near that. Because my spelling, if you look at the Flory Models one, it's fine. You know, because luckily my other half proofreads everything normally.
It's been copied and pasted from another site, so
it is a filter, not a filler. Right, and the other question is, Clive W. A question for the team and the forum. Having bought a couple of Wingnut Wings kits recently.
Yep.
Yeah, you and me both. Have them turned up yet, Nave?
Yep.
Good. I want to. Oh God! Don't flick. Where's it gone? Right. I want to try some biplanes and the dreaded rigging. What would make a good 130-second learning platform? ICM Tiger Moth Gladiator or something?
Yeah.
Don't be scared of the Wingnut Wings kit.
I say Wingnut Wings kits. I've built a few, and video builds up there clearly. But again, it's one of those things. People get really intimidated by them. They are good kits. They go together, no problem. If it's not going together, it's you. So again, the only thing you have to watch for, as we always say, is tolerances. The tolerances are so tight with those kits. A little bit of glue in the wrong place and it dries a bit can actually cause seam lines. It literally will go together with no glue and be seamless. So if you've got gaps in that, it's because things aren't sitting right. So think about if you're painting, especially hand painting, if it's thicker paint, that can cause issues as well. So yeah, keep an eye out for where your joins are and how they're joining and everything else. But test fit everything first and you will be fine. The instructions are brilliant because they are literally bulletproof. That was the great thing with Wingnut Wings. Their instructions were a mega. So
I mean, if you really want to think, one of the ICM kits is all right, like the Gladiator you built and the Tiger
Moth.
Moth.
I tell you, absolutely. The Tiger Moth, the Gladiator, the German Trainer, they are beautiful kits. And there isn't many parts. They go together fantastic.
Yeah, it's not. It's a quick one. But again, I know it sounds we keep harping on about it, but they're not cheap anymore because the prices of ICM have gone up, as I discovered, not that long ago. So I know obviously the Wingnut Wings kits are far more expensive on a different level to them, but again, it's not a cheap kit to practice on anymore unless you can get a cheap second-hand one. But yeah, it'd be something to do in it. The other question we've got from Chris, rookie question. After a year, I guess off. What do BT7 tracks? I think he meant what do I paint BT color? What color beat tracks?
Yeah.
Don't want to do silver or heavy rust. Well, you definitely don't want to do silver, and you definitely don't want to do black. You want to do a grey, or a sort of, if you mix XF1 and XF10, is it? You remember the old grind colour?
Yeah.
Post shading colour, which makes a good track primer colour. I ain't got a track primer colour here, but it's sort of this.
I have, and mine's like XF1, XF10. It's
yeah.
Of oh God, what is it? Got a touch of XF84 in it. Dark iron, just to give it a bit of a different browny sort of huey colour.
Like I say, if you do it sort of a mid grey, you can add some. Obviously, if you're going to weather it, that's going to add layers to it. And then, and even if you want to rusty it, a rust wash as well on the grey always works nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say like a midish grey, or like I say the track primer colour, which I just ain't got one here. I have. I have Panzer Racers. Hold on, I have got a track primer, and I'll show you what colour it is. Let me just change cameras again. Camera, I haven't got the overhead on. It's sort of a grey brown colour.
Wrong camera, Matt.
No other
Oh, wrong
camera.
camera
Yeah.
on now. I've just changed it.
Yeah. You see your shit looking at the camera, but
Sorry.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
yeah.
That's the kind of a colour. It's a grey-brown colour. So again, you could mix that out of Tamio if you mix one of the browns and the greys, like XF63, something like that, or one of the mid-tone. I'm trying to think of the numbers. Give me a thing. XF53, 24, probably good. An XF24 with a bit of XF10. As long as it's in the ballpark, you're gonna get that. But yeah, get AK. We stock the track primer in the primer, the new Gen 3 primer colours, and obviously we stock Panzer Racers as well. So we've got, which I will probably be painting my tracks in with this, to be honest, because I'm going to keep away from any enamel products because they're going to fall to bits. So it's all going to be in acrylics. They'll tell you, that base I did for the ambulance, it's all in acrylics.
Oh, right. Nice.
As in the paintwork, you'll see on the video. Yeah. But yeah, all the paintwork, all the plants, when I've figured it, I've done it all in acrylic. And it's all worked absolutely perfect, to be honest.
Cool.
So,
just out of interest, Jim's just saying, what's that kit you're working on?
This one.
Yeah.
It's the Zvezda SU85, I think. It's been on the go for ages. Because I've kind of knackered the track, so I don't know when it started it. But yeah, it's the Zvezda SU25. Nice simple kit, to be honest. And then these are the mini art tracks, because like I say, I've knackered the actual kit tracks up, which was my own fault for not thinking what I was doing. So, Flory, good kit. What time is it? Blimey, it's 20 past 11.
Wow.
So that's one run of tracks done, thankfully. So now I've just got the other side to do, and I'll get it finished. So, shall I show you these pigment things?
Yeah, go on then.
Well, you talk a minute while I get myself prepped.
Okay. So the guys are talking about YouTubers on the site. So, but again, I get it. I totally get it. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, if you're a YouTuber and you're not making any money from this, then I can understand why you go begging for kits and stuff. But the trouble is, for the ones who are going begging for kits and giving nice positive reviews and all the rest of it, then, to get more kits. And that has obviously always been the problem. But, again, it's one of those ones. It's a double-edged sword sometimes.
Yeah. Like I say, it's probably now harder than ever, and it's getting harder and harder to make a business on YouTube, innit?
Yeah. And the thing is, it's the same with everything. Is that when you're the first at something, it's great because you've got it all to yourself, and then everything sort of comes in with it, and that's why I moved off of YouTube, really. Patrick says, ever considered a display table at Telford? They are free. No, they're not. We have to pay for it, and it used to cost us $2,500. So again, I'm not bugging. I'm not going to go down that road, but there we go. We used to promote Telford, and we used to do the shows from Telford and everything from it. We used to get paid, and it used to cost us probably $4,000 to do a 2-day show as a company to be there. So that includes like hotels and food and traveling expenses, van hire, all stuff like that, and going to it. And that's why you can't. So that's it. Yeah, that is a trade table. How else am I supposed to get there? I'm not a group. I'm not a SIG. I'm not in IPMS.
I say they're free if you're a IPMS SIG.
If you're an IPS SIG or a group, you can. But for everybody else, they don't just give away tables there.
Didn't you
have to pay for them.
Nathan, didn't you have to pay for your table?
I have to pay £10 for a second table.
Oh, yeah. There you go. So you get one 6-foot table or 5-foot table, and then any extras now you have to pay for, even if you're a SIG or a group. Yeah. So, right. Sorry, while we're on. So this pigment jockeys that we're now stocking, the VMS product, to go with all our glues, is, as you can see, I've just decanted some there, is a nice liquid pigment. And it's as easy as anything else, really. So if you just plonk it on where you want it, all right, you can go, we'll go really heavy on this front fender. Just slap it on. Okay. As much as you want to really coat it. So this is the light earth colour, and then I've got the dark earth. There's a few other shades of the rust colours, and some other bits and bobs. Obviously, you can mix them together. So we've got the dark earth here. So we'll just do a bit of a wet on wet mix. We'll put that in the sort of shadowy bits.
Can you zoom in just a bit, Matt?
Yeah, mate.
Just literally as you are. That's it. Perfect. Not too far. Back.
No, look, I can move the camera so you can really see. Look.
All right. Yeah, that's better. Perfect. Yeah.
There you go. Sorry. So put a bit of the dark stuff on as well. All right, and then the trick is, well, not the trick, should I say, but to let it dry. So we'll have to talk amongst ourselves. We're going to let this dry off fully. All the obviously carrier to evaporate, so it dries off. And then what I've got here in my little pot, which you can't see now because I've just done the camera back. There we go. It's just some clean white spirit.
Yeah.
Odorless white spirit, because that is the base layer, what they've got in the carrier. There's a few other bits in there, but that's the main bit. So that's going to be sort of the clean up, as in if you're doing a wash, you know, a normal sort of panel line wash with enamels. So, you know, you can thin this as well. So if you take some of your thinners, it will touch and flow. As you can see, sorry, let's just zoom that back in again.
Yeah.
There we go. You can obviously manipulate it to what you want, but yeah. So wherever you want it. I can see this tank being my new buster, you know. Have a dusty cover. There we go. So yeah, we'll let that dry, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to clean it all up and make it look sort of half reasonable. Got any questions, Phil?
Very nice. No, it is. It works really well, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I'll show you.
So what's the drying time? Is it just the drying time of a thinner, really?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Once that's evaporated and it's gone matte, as you know,
yeah,
you can start then manipulating and cleaning it all up. But it's yeah, I don't know. I was showing you a Kev Werner the other day.
Yeah, you had it shown the other day. Yeah,
I was doing it on the other tank, my KV, and yeah, it works really well, to be honest. You don't kind of need them tide marks.
Yeah, I was good. Well, that's the question we had, wasn't it, at the time? Because if you're using some types of these products, shall we say, you can get really nasty tide marks that you have to go back and blend.
Yeah.
And then they don't look as natural as it is if it's just free dried. So, but no, that's really nice, actually. A nice effect with that.
Yeah, so like I say, it's a bit of a mess at the minute, but we'll come back and we'll manipulate it and clean it up and, you know, make it look half decent.
Just say Sultan of Swings just asking, will the new washes be available today? No, they're going to be available on Friday the 10th for the new thick wash, because it's just so it's got time to get to all the stockists, because it's winging its way at the moment over to the States and obviously down to Greece. So for the European distributor and the US distributor, and then hopefully they'll have it this week, so it will be ready to go.
Do you think he's a Dire Straits fan?
No.
Well,
Fleetwood Mac fan. Sultans of Swing.
Probably find the same thing. Same type of fan.
Talking of that, I once restored a car for Martin Offler.
Did you?
Old 50s Porsche. He owned it. Never met the bloke. It's obviously one of his minions bought it when we were doing it, but yeah.
Very nice. So Patrick, answer the question. How did you get 2 free tables? Are you an IPS member? Because are they that desperate they're giving away tables now? Because there used to be a waiting list for tables. Or do you know someone there?
Not what you know.
Yeah, that's it.
Who you know, yeah.
the groups get...
I think after what we said, our little talk about it, they're never going to ask us back there again anyway.
Right, the groups get 2 free tables, which is 6 foot double depth.
Oh, there you go. Not being funny, Patrick. Then it's not free. You're an IPS member then, aren't you? That's the whole point. We're on about if you're just a general person who wants to turn up and have a table, you're not going to get a table.
Plus, as well, it's overseas. So
yeah, that's it. You're an overseas member to come over. Well, there you go. That answers all the questions then.
Yeah.
So you're doing it then, isn't it?
Right, quick one there. It's just moved up. Matt, do you... Oh, God, hold on. Let me see if I can go back and get it. It's on YouTube. Oh, I'm on the wrong mouse. That's why I can't get it to work. There we go. This is from Jim. Question, Matt. Do you spray with Vallejo paints?
No, I brush paint with them. But to be honest with you, I think I've been changing out and using the Gen 3s and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But for the basic reason, I'll be really honest here, because when I do my videos, obviously I'm going to use stuff that we sell in the shop to promote it. And we don't, obviously, unless it's Vallejo Panzer Aces, then I tend to just... I shy away from using them on with, but I've got a blooming wall through. Look. So all that lot there, as you can see, is my Vallejos, which I've had for years and years, way before I was in PM, and I even think before I started on the site. You can sell some of the bottles, but they're actually going to be changed out, to be honest. So I'm going to keep a few of them that I want, but I might as well have the ones up there that I'm going to be using, on an everyday basis. So yes. But I have sprayed with Vallejo paints and I've had no problem. With our super duper thinners.
Yeah.
I tell you what I did do. Actually, I'll show you. Right. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Right. That's a coat of hairspray. This was already based up. Guess what paint that is?
Go on.
Life colour.
Oh, right. Crikey.
And I used it with our super duper thinner.
Yeah.
Like I said, and a bit of gloss varnish. Perfect.
Don't have to do that now. Do you know what I'd do now? I'd just spray it with thick wash and then just give it a rub, and you'll get that effect instantly.
Yeah. I was just playing, just playing in here last weekend. I think it was just to see, with our AK thinner stuff that we've been using with acrylics.
Yeah.
And just to see what would happen really, because I just like I say, I'm going to have a real good sort out of my paint. Because I've now decided pretty much in my head I'm switching fully back to acrylics.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep my Tamiya's and stuff, but they're going in a drawer, and then all the acrylic paints that I'm going to be using regular, I'm going to actually put where my Tamiya's are near the spray bay.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously the metallics. I'm going to use some for when I need them for certain things, but yeah, most of the time I'm going to try and use acrylics. So that's the aim this year, I think.
Right, another quick question for you. Are those for all track containers that you're using, the plastic containers?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, just little Tupperware. I like to keep them separate. It's just easier then. Yeah. De-sprue them. Normally I clean them up as well before I start building them, but for this I got a bit lazy, to be honest, because it's just time saving in it. You ever sit there, put a podcast on or some music or whatever, and you can just sit there, cut them off, clean them up, separate them and put them in the right sort of tubs, and then you just build them when you're ready. Look,
very nice.
So I keep making little oh god, that card stuff, the thick foam card, little boxes. I'll show you. Hold on, I think I got an idea off Greg's modules, if I'm honest, but hold on, pull camera back, as you can see.
Yeah.
So you can de-sprue the big bits and get rid of the box. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I will have to get this finished soon.
Very nice.
Nearly blooming done. Look, it's all deckled and everything. It's kind of stalled with other things going off, but yeah, I will get around to doing it.
Chris is saying, what super duper thinner?
It's the Gen 3. This stuff.
Yeah.
It's just for acrylics, like I say, any acrylics, it's amazing. Even extra acrylics, it's worked on. Yeah, it's a really, really good stuff. It's an alcohol, but look, it's got a flammable sign, look.
Yeah.
But it really works. It really does work.
It does seem to work with everything, doesn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's my new wonder product. I can't recommend it enough if you're painting acrylics. I think what I'll have to do is to speed this up. I'm going to have to get my hairdryer on it. So I'm going to mute myself.
Yours.
And get the thing. Unless is there any more questions?
Hi Phil and Matt, what products would you recommend for post shading on yellow World War II plane?
Oh God, brown's really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you can't do well, I wouldn't say you can't do a dark brown, but yeah, yellow's an horrible colour to work with, isn't it? As you're finding out.
Yeah, to be honest, as you say, like sepia colours all work quite well, like dark browns. The dark dirt wash works well with yellow, and things like that, really. So, yeah, you want your sort of mid-browns and things. Black's too strong for it, and greys, you just lose it with yellows. So I would say your sort of sepia browns, things like that. Just answering Adam, who's saying there, great to see another live show. Quick question for Andy. Do you know when the Tacom Apache Ds will be in?
Literally, right. The E's are coming in.
Yeah.
The D's we're not sure of yet for some reason. We don't know if there's an error on our supply site. We're gonna just bear with us with this because we need to find out. But the E's are coming in, and the ones of the world, isn't it? The Apaches of the world,
are
ordered and doing along with the Academy A10. So they
should be in next week.
They'll be in next week. The D's at the minute we don't know about because we need to get to the bottom of something. So yeah. We'll probably let you know on Wednesday. And then Adam says another 3G question: Do they work with Vallejo thinners, or am I better buying the AK3? I would probably say not for a sales point of view. You're better off with the 3G thinners. It's what it's designed for, and it does work. I've not tried them with Vallejo thinners, but I have tried Vallejo thinners in other things, and it's not worked as well. You seem to have to add a flow improver and other things to get it to work with. This seems to be an all-in-one.
Yeah.
Super duper thinner. So
fair enough.
Right, hold on. Let me just mute myself so I can
get mute that. I'll do the rest of these down in here. So where are you? Have you ever tried making DIY decals? If I go all of us, you can see all of us. For kits. Yes. If you have a look at my model, in fact, hold on, I can probably show you. Hold on, where are we? So if you just pop along to, if we go to video builds, just down in here, and then we have a look at our B17. So I used it on this one. We did our own version. We called it Flory Girl. So what you can buy is, and there's various manufacturers around. So down in here, and it's basically white backed decal paper. You can get clear, but I always get the white one because obviously I don't have an Alps printer, so you can't print white. So if you buy a white decal sheet, and then obviously what you can do, you can print, and I use a laser printer, but you can do it with an inkjet, but you'll have to overcoat it with a clear something. You can buy proper gloss coats in like aerosols and do it, but acrylic ones work as well. But then you spray them to lock in the colours. But the only thing you don't want to do with an inkjet is cut it up to the actual colour, because otherwise it will bleed. So you need to leave a bit of a gap all the way around. Laser is not a problem because it does it differently. So what we did as well, we did this one here. I did all the logos, but this is the one we actually chose down in here. And then we cut it out, literally just going around it and all. And then it comes like this. And when you first take it off, the backing looks like it's clear. And you think, oh, that's not going to work. But when it dries white. So as you can see, that's down on there. So we did it as sort of Flory Girl. And instead that's still stuck on. So that will dry back totally white. So it's just a case of cutting it out. So you're basically got a white backing and you're putting all the colour down onto it. And then eventually, when it is dry totally, we go, there you go. Once it's totally dry, it goes completely white. So, yeah, and it's a really straightforward, very easy process if you've got the printer. It's just a case of lining it all up. The reveal photos, you can see her done somewhat. So that's the one we judged it on. There was one called Flory. And then obviously we just basically, where's my reveal photos? Hold on, you can see them. As you can see, it's down in there. I weathered it up and chipped it up a little bit to make it a little bit more, but yeah, it turned out very well. So we did all sort of custom markings on this one right the way through, but yeah, worked all right. There it is. But it's to say, it's one of those processes which it looks quite complicated, but it's as easy as just printing it and then you go. If you've got a laser printer, it will make it a lot easier. So you can get laser paper in that. To be honest, the company I use, the manufacturer for this stuff, is actually no longer. It isn't here anymore. But if you just put in like white decal printing paper. It's used for going on mugs and things like that, on porcelain. They're, I find, the best ones, but you just print them out and just away you go. So it's just a case of sizing it to what you want, and then away you go with it. But yeah. But,
good.
It is.
Have I just one for Steve? We can't get our Italy acrylics over here, Steve, because I think you're in Australia, aren't you? Because it's a clash with the Tamiya paint that they sell, isn't it? Who bring it in import. Pardon?
I've got them.
You've got some. You've had them ages, though, haven't you?
Yeah, what it was, you could only buy them in the boxes. They did box sets for a few years. This is going back 15 years now. It was about 20. No, probably not as long as that.
No,
it was probably about 10 years ago now that they were limitedly available. But the thing is, because the importer for them does other things, I think there was a clash. So, but again, the only thing is with this stuff, and I did use it, I sprayed a Hurricane with it. It's very, very thick. It's proper like toothpaste.
Yeah.
So,
I'll tell you something else I've not tried them with either, because I don't have any, is the Revell paint.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the Humbrol new acrylics, I've not, because we ain't got any, I've not tried them. I do think somewhere I've actually got a pot of that Revell acrylic stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I will try it with it. If I can find that pot I've got, I will try it to see if it works with them. Yeah, I don't, but you've got that 3rd gen thinners there, ain't you?
Me? No.
Yeah.
No.
I thought I sent you some.
No, never had it. Don't love me. It's fine.
Oh, right.
I'm still choking on lacquers.
Oh, you switched back to them, not me.
No, I haven't. I did ask. To be honest, I tell you why, we were out of stock.
Probably, yeah. It does go like hotcakes.
Yeah, it was. We were out of stock, and I said, well, don't worry about it. Supply the nice customers, and I'll get mine later.
Yeah. I will have to send you one down, and you can have a little play with it, because you've got Gen 3 paints and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Of other bits. So, yes. So, anyway, back to my little demonstration. So, this has now been dried off with its Mia Dryer 5000 thing. So, as you can see, once it's dried off and all the fluids have evaporated, it actually makes a nice effect on its own. The thing you've got to think with pigments, what you kind of get in the tray, and what dries are normally two different things. Once it's got some sort of lubricant in it, it's never the same. And it's same with dry pigments as well. They always tend to look darker or whatever when you thin them. But so, usual thing like you do with any washers, load the brush up. You can kind of see that in the corner, can't you?
Yeah.
But then get your napkin and unload it, because you want maximum control of what you're going to manipulate. So, same thing as with a wash. What you can do is just manipulate this to, where you want it. So, as you can see, we've made a little clean patch.
Yeah.
And, you can literally take it all back off if you want, but you can push it into the corners, or make streaking with it, clean spots and dirty spots. But again, it's just that thing. You keep unloading it, just using a damp brush. So what I'll do here is just obviously remove it to see that it's just not permanent. You can get clean spots, and obviously the more thinners you use, the more you're going to bring off in one go.
Yeah. That's
why I say just minimum amount of thinner on your brush or whatever tool you're using, whether it's a Q-tip or one of them sponges or whatever, and then like I say, it's all about controlling the product and where you want to put it or not put it, as the case may be. And it is as simple as that to use. So if you want more mud down it, I'll tell you something else it's good for as well, which I will demonstrate in a minute. So I've cleaned this bit off. So yeah, if you're not happy, you can literally just kind of wash it all back off.
Yeah.
With normal pigments, even if you do thin them, tend to stain, don't they? With this, look, you can just put a line in and let the thinners dry off, and you can have it wherever you want. So even on the top as well, if you do the stippling technique, we'll do it on top of the mantlet cover. So we've got it on there again. You can just a bit of patience. Then just manipulate it how you want it to, how you would like it to be. It very much works like oils.
Yeah.
It's kind of that hybrid between an oil and an enamel wash. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Obviously, it's a liquid pigment, but you can get some really, really nice effects with it. But like I say, the trick is, I know it's off camera, but it's just to keep cleaning your brush and unloading it onto a paper towel or napkin.
Yeah. To be honest, it's incredibly similar to the new wash.
Yeah, it is.
Because the techniques you're using for this is for the new wash for the uninitiated here. The new stuff is more akin to paint, but it's water soluble. So what you're seeing is, and it is the secret, is to have not a lot of thinners on your brush, because if you flood it, it just all goes too far. So what you need to do is you do it very lightly, and it's little dabbing techniques. And as you say, keep cleaning out your brush, otherwise you'll sort of stain other areas with the with colours. You just blurs it all together.
Yeah.
So you just want to keep your brush clean and go through and all the rest of it.
So, your new wash is going to do exactly, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
But using water instead of obviously odorless thinner.
Yeah.
Which again, once I've got some and we can sell it, I'll be using it. I'm using it on my next project, to be honest. So it's always nice to show people what things do, isn't it? So
well, this is it.
But yeah, as you can see, look, so let's see, the dabbing technique is an amazing technique to use, funnily enough.
Yes.
So when you're weathering in dust and stuff, you just want it random, but you want it natural looking as well. On this is a bit of a Tide mark, but the joy with this product is how nicely it cleans up. No Tide marks. Obviously that's dried now on that front. So you can see the line where I've just sort of cut it back, but there's a clean spot where that was quite heavily weathered. And again, if you just take a bit of thinner, I mean, there's a minimum amount of thinners on this.
Yeah.
You can do that, you can put streaking in it. Here, use your finger. Finger's always a good tool for weathering.
Yes.
Never forget to use the finger and just do the dabbing, and then you can use it as a blending tool. There you go. But yeah, the other technique that I was going to show is a bit messy, but if I can find something just to rest this on. Let's see if we can get, make sure that lid's on. Where is it? The speckling technique. You've all probably seen. But again, because this is thin, try and get everything in shot. So, just pull back a little bit. So put your brush on, and then literally just flicking it. So if you want mud splats or dust, that's been kicked up off the tracks and the wheels.
Can you do it on the other fender?
On this fender, yeah.
Yeah, because we can't see the other one. The barrel's in the way. That's it.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So again, this is super thin, so you're just going to build it up gradually. It gives that random. I'll tell you what, the light colour might actually work better for that. Have a look. Yeah, there you go. Is that coming on camera? Because I can't really see.
Yeah, no, we can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Dust build up on the tracks as well. But yeah, your thing is going to be good for this as well.
Yeah, I've done a video on spattering with mine and thickening it up to make heavy duty mud as well.
Yeah. So again, and anything that, you know, if you get a massive, you've overdone it, let it dry, and then just do what I've done with the others and just clean it off or blend it in. There you go. Quick tutorial on using liquid pigments. Very nice stuff. So yeah. Well, that weren't really on thing. You should have said I could have turned it like that.
Yeah, that's why I said use the other fender so we could see it.
Apologies, I'm looking at the thing and not the screen. So yeah, nice product. So yeah, there we go. Look, liquid pigment. There we go. Sorry, my camera's a bit close. Pull it out a bit.
There we go.
Here we go. So that's just 3 of them. Like I said, that's the earth colours. They're just 10 in the range. They do rust colours, and they do which I've not tried, is a metallic one, a liquid metallic pigment.
Yeah.
So I think if you're doing road wheels like this, there you go. Sorry.
Yeah.
Or anything else metallic, it's going to work really well because I presume you can polish it up, brush it on, let it dry, and then polish it up. So yes, there you go.
Very nice. Excellent.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Right, couple of questions. We've got, there was one here from Nicholas saying, what's the definitive F15C or F15E in 72nd? I would say Great Wall Hobbies. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Purely because I think they're, just, detail-wise and going together and all the rest of it. I think they're probably the best ones out there. Question for Matt: is there any particular kit, or Phil, is there any being launched this year that you're looking forward to building, and why?
I can't remember what's coming out this year, if I'm honest. Obviously, the Apache's out, which you're looking forward to, isn't it?
Yeah, that's me.
For me, I like the idea of that sky crane.
Yeah,
but it's a blooming big.
Yes.
I honestly can't think off the top of my head if there's anything that's really jumped out. I don't think there has, because I think we've discussed this on the show. There's some good releases coming out, some good solid releases, but I can't think of anything that's like, wow, I need to build that. I've really not set in stone, because I know how I changed my mind over the year, but there's some projects I really do want to tackle this year, which are old kits, to be honest. Some older kits, some that's been around for a while. Yeah, nothing like that jumps out at the minute for me. I'm sure there will be, but yeah, can't think of any. I think Chris has asked a question as well, any about these pigments. Chris Roscoe. Before you go, is that the same as the VMS pigments, but with the super duper carrier? Is that what it's put? Pigments. But pre-mixed with their special thinners. Yes, I do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's pigment, so not just the VMS products. Filled pigments will work the same. The Abteal lung, if you're using the whatever they've mixed it with.
Yeah.
There's definitely something more to it though. I think just enamel thinners in it because of how it cleans up. Yeah. I've used pigments before and they're blooming messy, even when you make them into a liquid. They still tend to leave tide marks. I don't think they clean up as nice. And bearing in mind, this as well is on a pretty matte surface, I think. It's got a bit of sheen to it. But yeah, I would use it on a glossy surface. It needs something to grip to, like any pigments. Matte surfaces are better. I think. Let me just grab the KV that I was playing with when I was showing you. So we're all a bit green today, aren't we? So we'll just put this on. What camera am I on? My Yana. Just change cameras back. So this is this was what I was playing with when I was talking to Phil and our mate Kev the other day when I was using him. And I was doing it on the turret, and I don't know if I was doing it on one of the fenders. I was doing it on the fenders, weren't I? And this is completely flat, like absolutely flat. And it works really well because obviously it's a bit like oil paints. Like I say, it needs something to grip to, but you'll just take it off once you start to clean it. You need a bit of texture. So, yeah.
Very nice. Excellent.
So probably same with your product, isn't it? Matte surface is going to be better than a.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those ones. So down in here, this is the one that I did the demo videos on. Is just this thing, and this is purely the wash just down on here. So again, if you've got a bit of a matte surface, this stuff will literally stay on, and it's rock hard. Once this is on, it ain't coming off. This doesn't rub off like the traditional wash would.
There you go.
Like what?
There you go.
Oh, he's got that one. I've got them here as well. Hold on. So
I've got a demo bottle. Sorry, I'm going to wax them on this.
You're going to wax them on that. So yeah, this is literally just the light one. For people who haven't seen it, let me give them a quick run through of what happens, right? So there's a full video on this, but you're going to get the concise version here. So
I'm just trying to find a brush to whack it on with.
So literally, it's just straight into an airbrush. This is all done in real time as well. So apart from the drying bit, because it takes about an hour to dry. But if you notice, with the old wash, if you was to try it with the old wash, it would just run off. It would all run to the lowest point. But the new stuff literally goes on like paint. And it sticks. It physically sticks. Where are you? Oh, there you go. You can put it on. So you can put it on with a brush as well. And just slab it all around.
I'm just going to do it as like a old style winter whitewash.
Yeah. So again, you've got it. And you literally just spray this on for the winter jobby.
Yeah.
And you just go round. And then obviously, don't forget, you do this with any colours. I'm just demoing it because I happen to have this tank floating around, so we thought we'd do it. But again, it works really well with a flat coat because it's got something to grip to. If you try this over a gloss coat, it will just slide off. It literally won't like it. So a nice flat coat is definitely a thing for it.
My hatchet grew down. I forgot about that. There you go.
So literally, we just blow this right the way over, as you can see. I'll fast forward a little bit. So we just whip it around the turret and everything else like that. So here it is, all done, all nice and white. To do the entire thing was probably around about 5 mil in total. And you get me with a 50 mil pot, so it'll go on forever. Right, we just leave this down here to dry. And then once it's dry, as you can see, it's literally bulletproof. It just sits on. And the great thing is it sort of self-levels because it's grippy. This stuff it's sticky is the only way to describe it. So when it goes on, it literally sticks. So then all we do down in here, we just come along with a little bit of water, which is roughly what Matt's showing you this on anyway. But again, that's showing it doesn't come off if you dry brush it because nothing really happens. So you need a little bit of water. So hold on, if we just pop in here. We just got a old stipply brush because again, it's got a bit of bite, so it needs to get through. And then I think this is it. I'm just showing it doesn't come off. And then there we go, bit of water. And like Matt was showing you with that one, this roughly works in the same way, but this is a lot more heavy duty. So dry it all off, just tap water completely, and then you can start to go in. So again, you can sort of get in amongst it, you can stipple it. You can go through, but like normal ones, if you notice, nothing happens straight away. It takes a few minutes for it to start to give. And then as soon as it starts to give, you can go through. So you can scrape it, you can chip at it, you can literally go through and make pretty much.
Do you know what it reminds me of, Phil?
Yeah.
Hairspray technique.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like you've got hairspray. But yeah.
To that, because you kind of got to break it through to get the moisture in
there. To get it to work, yeah.
Yeah, which is the same with hairspray, isn't it? You just got like that barrier in between you. But, you know, that's a one system wonder rather than hairspray, paint, and then chipping it.
Yeah.
And I mean, there is, like you say, there's a lot more to it than just a winter whitewash. We're demonstrating here, there's obviously all the other colours as well, so...
But you say you can burn through it and you sort of work your way through, and then over here on here we're showing how it sort of chips and you can scuff with it and wear down on the back and where for going around for, like, you know, as you see, you can just sort of gently wear through it. So you can do pretty much anything from chunks out of it to having real, like I've tried to show here, is if they've washed it clean around the actual the numbering. So you just go in amongst it literally like that, and then obviously, as I say, if I just carry off fast forward a bit, there we go. So yeah, you've got the numbering if it's showing through. That'd be the postman. And then obviously down on here and then on the front, you know, around hatches and all the different things. So you're just wearing it through. And again, depending on how much water you use, you can just keep going at it to sort of wear through and chip through all the rest of it. So that is literally just using it like that. The other thing as well you can do with it So if I just go in here and we pause that, is that you can thicken this stuff up. So what I show in here on this video is obviously we've got the stuff going in, and as you can see, it's thick, it's gloopy, it's horrible, it doesn't run, you know. And then we literally just come in and you can do flicking techniques. So this is just picking it up neat on a toothbrush, or say if you want to be a bit more accurate, you can use Matt's technique of actually coming in and using it with, you know, on a brush with a toothpick, you know. But this is just flicking it onto it, and you get up with some really nice stuff. But again, this stuff, because it's thick, it doesn't run. Where the old wash, if you tried this, it would run down and you'd end up with it. This, when it hits anything, it just sticks to it. So you can do your spattery stuff, and I've got more going everywhere. We spattered everything all around here. Oh, there's a bit. There you go. So you can see wherever it goes, it just sticks to it. It doesn't come off. And then if you want to, you can come in and we add a little bit more down in here. Obviously, all the colours can mix together as always. And then obviously you come in with a little bit of the grime so that it's not quite as a dirty colour. And then stick this in. As you can see, it just sort of, yeah, it's like poster paint. And then, so what we're going to do, sorry, that was pigment. Adding a little bit of light earth into this. So we just come up, grab a bit. Most of it goes in the pot. And as soon as you put pigment with the new stuff, it thickens. And then it will thicken up. So if you want it to be quite a gritty mud, you know, then obviously don't thoroughly mix it. Don't let the pigment actually dissolve. But obviously if you keep working this, the pigment will physically dissolve and this stuff will turn to concrete. Literally, it will go rock hard once it's dry, as you can see on here. So I'm just going to literally grab a lump of it now and stick it over the actual wheels. I just fast forward a bit. There we go. So there we go. And on here, we're just literally chucking it on as if it's going through mud. So literally just on there. And obviously you can overcoat as well. So on this one, I didn't show it, but if you watch the full video, you'll see it, that the actual brown streaking on the armor plating on the side, that's actually just grime wash put on. So now we're just putting a bit of lumpy stuff to give it some texture. And this will dry. As I say, it doesn't sort of run or self-level or sort itself out now because it's got pigment in it. It will stick and just give you a really heavy-duty look to it. And again, we're just doing more spattering around the front. Come to the end, you can see it. Yes, and it does clean up water. That's what I'm showing there. And there you go. You end up with that once it's dry, which is pretty much what she is here. So there we go. That's it now. Once it's dry, it will lighten a bit. So you've got nice chunky stuff. But if you wanted to, even though I did that last week, I'll just grab a brush and a bit of water. So if I just show you here, so if I just grab a little bit of water, so this is just tap water, same thing, little bit of water, not most of it all off because you don't want it. Glasses might help so I can see. And then literally we can just come in here so we can sort of activate it. Even though this has been down and it's rock hard, you can sort of, you know, just come in. And again, same thing. You can just chip away at it and maneuver it round and do various things. And to say, like Matt was showing, really, you just keep drying it, you know, and go through. And you can do pretty much anything you like with this stuff. And again, if you don't like it, you just overcoat and go again. So you can literally just come along and think, well, yeah, I'm not happy how that's going. And everything, but this stuff you can continue to work with it all the time. And again, if you don't like it, you literally will just come along, recoat it, just spray it again and just go again if you wanted to. Or if you don't like it, and I've done a video on it as well, warm water through your airbrush, pressure wash it clean like you would do a car, and it will literally all come off. So yes, there we go. Matt's got it going on there now.
But really, like say, a warm winter whitewash. You can just, like say, move it about and manipulate it and do what you want to do. You know what I mean?
That's it.
It's really good. Yeah.
I like the way it's reversible. That's what I was thinking whether
that's it. Anything that's reversible is good.
Yeah.
Because you really then can't be scared to make a mistake, can you? Because you know you can correct it, or you just take it all back off and start again.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's sometimes the worry with other products, especially the solvent-based ones. They're a lot harder to remove. I think probably the easiest one's oil paints, isn't it? To be honest, they can be removed.
Because oils you can go back with as well.
But I think, you know, like was demonstrated with them liquid pigments. I think again, the thing with pigments is they're messy to begin with anyway. So they lack a bit of control. But these are, like, again, seem to be fully reversible to a point. I'm not saying they're completely, but you can get rid of them. And again, with your new super duper thick wash, it's the same thing. You can, you know, with a bit of water as well. So health and safety wise, you're not got solvents.
Yeah, there's no nasties in it.
No nasties in it. It's all natural. So yeah, but it's a treat, to be honest. Mine be here Monday.
Yours will be with you Tuesday because it's going to go out Monday. So you'll get it next day, Tuesday.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, no, you'll all be good. But again, if you want to have a look at this stuff, there's the videos. There's more videos to come, but it'll appear on here. So if you're in the main site, just show you where it is in case it is up on social media. But if down in here, obviously you've got a normal search thing up here, but you've got this one in here now. So we've got the normal wash use. You can use the original wash, or the new one is here. And then obviously if you click in there, you can come through, and we've got the videos. There's 3 videos there at the moment. And then obviously we've got the ones which some stills from the video. That's it when I started. Back to it with the wash on. Back to it with the wash off. And then obviously there's lots showing how it goes on and reacting it and various things. Just down in here as well for some stills if you want to have a look at those. So they're up there. But again, happy to report it's the same price. We haven't changed the price of the wash. Ever.
Ever.
Even with the cost of everything going up, we've still got it at the same price. So it's still going to be, with the VAT in the UK, $5.99. If you're outside the UK, it's $4.99. So
I'll tell you as well what it's going to work really well with. Oil paints.
Yes.
Which your wash, the other wash does as well. But
this will work exactly the same.
This will work really well with oil paints. They just seem to act.
Yeah.
You know, together, don't they? I don't know. It's really,
but,
complement each other. I think that's the word I was looking for. There you go.
Yeah.
But there you go. There you go. Look at that. You can clean that up really nicely around there and just. Again, do you know what this will? I know it sounds daft because I know your original product is a wash. So, but again, you know, with this, with the thicker stuff, if you're doing dust and mud like I would just demonstrate with the other stuff, it's going to work really well for that as well. You know, just like I say, just dabbing it and manipulating it and moving it around, and you know, clean spots where the crew's just been walking or sitting, wipe the old whitewash off or whatever.
But you can literally, as you say, the great thing with this one is that you can come back at any point and just do it again. You can literally carry on like that. I did this last Monday, to be honest with you. So it's been dried on it since last Monday. And as soon as you hydrate it again, it will come back. If you wanted to, you could seal it. You could just put a flat coat straight over the top of this. But the other thing as well, I've designed it so when it dries flat. So it should be quite a nice sort of colour to it as well. It's a nice matte finish, which means if you're going to come along with pigments afterwards or with oils like we were saying, it'll work with it. It won't work against it. It'll work with everything. Because as I say, I used to like using, to be honest, washes, oil washes and pigments with the wash because it all interacts. It works together with it. So sometimes products don't like to work together, but this one will work with absolutely anything. Yes, we will be sending to the Netherlands. Obviously, no problem for that one. As I say, they're going to go on sale Friday morning next week. It's just that I need to get them out right the way to there. Don't forget, you don't have to use PayPal with us. You can also do cards as well. It says PayPal, but it's only because it's the portal that's using it. So if you look underneath where it says your PayPal login, it says pay by card and debit card. So you can do it that way as well. I'm hoping that PayPal are about to change this shortly after an email I got from them yesterday.
Ooh.
Just needs to get rolled out to our payment system. So.
All right. Okay.
But yes, but no, it is nice and safe.
Yeah.
How's it going, Nate? You've been all right? You've been very quiet. You've been busy beaving.
Busy with this thing, trying to. I'll show you. It's like.
Is it fiddly?
The cockpit's done.
Yeah.
In there somewhere. That's just decal seat belts. Proof you can't see anything there.
Yeah, that's it.
But there's a dozen parts for the undercarriage as well. It's got this bit sort of pops in there somewhere. And it's working out all these bits go in here, and I don't know. It's all a lot. There's a lot of bits.
Hmm.
And it's a bit, this bit here, it's a bit vague. So I think I'm going to sleep on it and then work out how it goes in another day.
Mm-hmm. It looks to me, having built the 48 scale one, exactly the same, just smaller.
It is.
It's like they've just shrunk it.
It does all sort of fit, but I'm just working out what this bit does. And it's all gonna the fit's good. So it's like complicated.
Yeah.
It will all just
you've got all the detail there, the same as the 48 scale one's got.
Yeah. So I'm not going to really worry too much about this because the detail's underneath.
Yeah.
And the way it's going to be just put on a table at a show, you're never going to see all this.
No.
But there's a lot of bits. So it's not quite. It's a gorgeous kit though. The surface detail's stunning. But I think the more parts you put into a kit, the more potential for problems you get. To think about this engine fit as well at the front now. I think that's not quite sitting properly. But you've definitely got to you've got to just build one step ahead to see you've not caused problems. But yeah, lovely details, outstanding.
Yes, Nathan is working on the Butcher Bird. This is the Eddard's 72nd one.
Yeah. There's an A, what is it? An A something or other. A5.
A5, A4.
Yeah. Light fighter, but I think you've just got to keep working. I've got a bit of a fit problem here because if that bit was a bit vague fitting, no, it won't fit. So I have to sort of think the advice is work one step ahead. Just creating a problem for yourself. Yeah, nice kit.
Very nice, cool. Just to answer Tim there, Phil, will you be updating the old wash bottles to the new type at some point? No. There is a bit of a reason for this, and one of the things we've done, because obviously it's not just me, people picking this to sell it as well. We've designed, this one has to go in the squeezy bottle because you can't get it out. If you take the lid off, you can do that and nothing happens. So consequently, it's in these ones. These are squeezy bottles and you can just squeeze it out and get it out like that. You can stick your brush in it, obviously. So that's why these come with the new twist tops on there and all the rest of it. The old one, obviously, I've got mine in here. These ones, it's got the white label. So what we've done is the label is bigger on these. As you can see, it's a lot bigger than the old one used to be. Hold on, let me do it overhead, as you can see. Old and new. So consequently, it's completely different. So the whole point is people can see at a glance the difference between both. Because this one technically it's very liquidy, you can just pour it out or whatever. So this one will always remain with the black top like this, and that one. If you want to, you can upgrade because we do sell them on the site. We've got the actual thick wash bottles, if I just bring it up, in the store. And we've got them for sale there. So you can change them over if you wanted to. And these are only like £3. So you can do that for a pack of 4 and do them that way if you wanted to. So, you know, it's nice and straightforward to change them over yourself. But from our point of view, it's just from a selling point of view and picking them and stuff like that. This is the white label, as it will always be known, because that's the original wash. And then obviously the thick one is the black label with the pointy top. So it's just a way of keeping them completely separate so people could tell the difference, really. So when it's picking, and Lisa's picking in the warehouse, or Tams is doing it here, they can spot the difference. That's why the part numbers as well, instead of it being FMW, which is Flory Models Wash, 0102, these ones are TWW 101. So it's completely separate, so no one can get confused between the two.
You want to bet?
Well, I know, but I've tried to do it. I did think about this when we were developing it and doing it all. It's one of those things about the product numbers, keeping them completely separate. So it just makes it easier for picking and stuff like that. So, yes.
Cool. Blimey, 12:15.
I know. Just got to thank all the new subscribers and guys coming back. I did notice a few in there. I did notice some people in YouTube land said they've rejoined. So it's great to have you back as always. So if you do want to join, don't forget, it's £4 plus VAT a month. That's all. Cheap.
Cheap.
It is these days. I should be going up by 10%, isn't it? Inflation.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Keeping up with inflation like everyone. Otherwise, I'm going on strike. I'm telling you, I'm out. I'm going to get me signs out and all the rest of it.
We'll have the unions involved.
That's it. I'll get my union involved, which is me.
Yeah, you.
The union of model makers will be out on strike.
You and Tams. No, all good.
So very good. Carry on till 6. I'd love to. My other half, probably not so.
No.
I'll tell you what, energy price tracker. That's what we need. We should be saying. Neil says we should follow. I will just say one thing. How comes, right? I get literally, it's like 500 quid a year to run my entire business from home. That's all I can claim back. But my energy costs have gone up. Where's the
justice
thing in that? Where's the justice?
Yeah. Justice.
So I have to sit here all day long and freeze.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you could buy a hoodie. Hoodies are for sale. Shameless plug. As is all the merch and the last of the stuff. So anyway, we better take you around PM. So don't forget, this is going to run till Sunday night, guys, isn't it?
Sunday night, yeah, midnight.
Sunday night. So if you do fancy getting some bits and pieces, you got 15% off all model kits, unless it's kinetic, and it's 20%. We got 10% off of the new arrival section as well, and obviously damage boxes already marked down, as you know. So again, if you want to get any of the stuff, and the stuff we were talking about today, which was, where's the VMS one? I've lost the VMS one.
Keep going down
the stuff Matt's been using today is down in here.
There you go. Liquid pigments along with the glue as well.
Yeah. And we got the decal solutions. I have to try that. You have to send me some of that down. I'll give it a whirl.
Yes.
So and see what that's like. So yeah, all the VMS stuff obviously we stock now. We've got all of those in, and as you say, we've got the new arrival section. So if you want to get yourself a bit of a bargain this weekend, hopefully we can help you out with that.
There's a lovely box art on the Spitfire. Look at that Edward Spitfire.
Oh, the Edard one. Oh, that one. Yeah, no, it is nice. Very classic, that, isn't it?
Yeah, proper nice box art, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yes.
Classic pose.
Yeah.
What Azor's blue's that then?
I scanned it. Andy's an expert in Azor blue.
Certainly am. That's AK as all blue.
Very nice. Anyway, we got the hips in as well. So we got the Zvezda one, or you say you can have the export one, which is the one I've got coming down for a review, which I'm probably going to build anyway. So that's the 48 scale MI17 and MI8 there in as well. And obviously the latest release from Airfix this month is the new PR photo reconnaissance Mozzie and the post-war Tempest Mark V, which I'm working on, although I'm doing the bigger one.
Yeah. Don't forget, 10% off all them.
10% off all of them.
15% off everything else.
Yeah. So there we go. Get all your stuff, all usual glues, paints, bits and pieces are all down just in there. Obviously, over on my store, I've got the last of the Sanders going out at the moment, which we've sold some today because that's down. There's only 8 now. There's only 8 packs of them left. For the last of the Salmongers, get yourself a piece of history. We've got the bottles and say there's nothing on washes and stuff purely because I say I've got the new release next week, so it wouldn't be fair. But if you do want to help out and support us, we've got the merch, we've got obviously the polo shirts, we've got the t-shirts, we've got the aprons, we've got the hoodies, and we've got the last of the mugs, which is only 3. So that means we sold 2 this morning. So
we've got mugs.
Well, you've got merch as well. Hold on, let me go back.
PM's got merch.
Sorry, I forgot the merch bit. There we go. Mugs as well. You can have a PM mug.
Or a nice clock.
Or a nice clock. Glass. It's glass. Some assembly required.
It's worked though. It's up there. I don't know if you can see it off my camera. Can you not see it?
I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, just about. We can just about see it up there.
Yeah. Nice size as well. Fits lovely in the cave.
Yes. So yes, very nice indeed. Let me just make sure everything's okay before we exit the building. Yep, we're all good. Fine. That's it. Godspeed, Flory Sanders. Yes, that's it. Gone, but not forgotten.
No.
So yes, all good there. Right, okie dokie then. Is a PM shop PayPal only? No. So we've had this. Shall I do a quick demo?
Yes, quick. Do a quick demo.
So here, look, you can see it on mine. When you go to checkout, right, let me just buy something. Because again, a lot of people fall foul to this, and it's probably my most asked question, and I've even got a thing on the site. So you go add it, right? You go up to your shopping cart, right? You go check out, All right, so you pop your email in and all the rest of it, and you do your delivery address and stuff. So I'll just put myself in here. We go continue. Go to PayPal. It says PayPal because that's the only way. You go into PayPal. And then here, obviously, you put your password in and all the rest of it for PayPal, but you can pay by debit or credit card just down. Oh, God, why can't you see that? I can see it. Oh, it's got some privacy thing, is it?
Yeah, because it's there is, you can. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, okay. If I... Oh, great. This is brilliant. I didn't realise you can't do it. That's clever. But if you click on the bit afterwards... Hold on, I've got a... Oh, Jesus.
Have you got a hack?
I've sort of got a hack. Sorry, hold on. Remove. Go back to the store. Hold on. If you can see down in here, underneath it where it says login, is under here, it says use debit or credit card. If you click in there, you can just put your card details in and do it that way.
And with a bit of luck, this might be a lot simpler after the conversation me and Phil had yesterday.
Yeah, well, we're very hopeful that the site's going to get an upgrade shortly that will just simply say PayPal, credit card, or whatever it is. Debit card, yeah. There'll be separate buttons for all three. So you can just click which one you want. Hopefully that'll come in with the next couple of weeks. So, but yes, you can do it that way. But literally, when you click into the PayPal one, it will appear just like here. And just underneath the login one, it will say pay by debit or credit card. If you click on that, you can just put your card in. So you don't have to be PayPal. Because I know a lot of people don't like use PayPal. It's just we use PayPal for the portal that takes your money because it's cheap.
Yeah.
So, yes. That was going to work flawlessly then until I look there and it's got nothing. Oh, look, Andy's dying. Right, we got to go because these two below are going to die now. You got Nathan will be coughing his guts up. Andy will be like giving himself a hernia.
And I'm ready for my lunch.
Yeah, and it's lunchtime as well.
Yes, all good.
Anyway, we will be back with you next month for another Saturday live show, probably around about this time of the month as well, first part of the month. So if you want to join us for that, it'd be lovely. Again, don't forget, we've got all the usual stuff going on every day. You've got video builds go up on Monday. You've got me and Matt's got our podcast show on Tuesday. We've got the PM show will be up with you on Wednesday. You've got me on Thursday, and then obviously me again on Friday as we make our way through. And then we rotate it. So then you have me on a Tuesday, and you have this little lot on Thursday night. So, yes. And then hopefully next week I'll get those kits in for review. I have got a couple of classics here to go through, so we'll get them up next week as well. You right, Andy?
Yeah.
He's fine.
I'm fine.
Fine. Hurry up and finish. Right, okay. Thank you very much for joining us today. Absolute pleasure as always. Remember, get all your bits and pieces over at the PM store. You come to Flory Models, or you can get it from our stockists around Hannants and various people as well. And again, I'll be with you probably all next week, pushing the new thick wash and showing you exactly what it can do. So, good job. Right, okay then, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you again very, very soon. Hopefully, take care, happy modelling, and bye-bye from all of us. Say goodbye, gentlemen. We're out of here. Hold on, I've got to find the off button.
You think you'd know by now.